Good morning. It's hump day. Mike. Sorry, I'm late. The dog peed in the house. These things happen. One of the great things about getting to do what I do with the Tony stuff is you're talking to people all over the world and all different levels of income and people that are worth, gobs and gobs and gobs of money, and they still deal with the same stuff. There's a storm that comes through and the dog pees in the house. So Keith Cunningham has this great teaching method or idea where he shows you a scoreboard for a cricket game. And for those of you that don't know, cricket is a game from England. They play it like crazy in India, and it's a little bit like baseball. But he shows you the scoreboard, and I mean, there's so many different things on this scoreboard. It is just crazy. And in cricket, you have I don't know how to play the game, but you have all of these different ways of scoring. You have hits and you have outs, but you also have I don't know, there's legends and I don't even remember what all the stuff is, but there's a word for a home run, but I forget what it's called. But the point of that is to say, can any of you tell me what's going on in this game? Who's winning and who's losing and who's doing well and who's not doing well? Well, of course, there's a couple people who will know cricket, and then the rest of us are like, no, we have no idea. And he says, well, that's what happens with people in business, and it also, by the way, is what happens with people in life. They forget to keep score. In business, you got to know your numbers. You always got to know your numbers. What are your numbers? You got to constantly be on top of that. But in life, you've got to keep score. You've got to take a look and remember where you came from and not just always be looking at where am I going. One of the things that's a good idea to do on a very regular basis is just remember what is it that you've accomplished over the past weeks, months, couple of years. Where have you come from? I had a coaching call yesterday afternoon, and we did this for a little while where we just took a look at the difference even in the last year, but really took a look at where things have come for me and as a person since I started coaching, which is probably 6-7 years ago. And I mean, obviously changes are dramatic. And so one of the things to always do is to stop and say, what have I accomplished over the last month or year or couple of years? What are some of the things that I've done that I'm super proud of? What are some of the things that I've done that were goals that I had set out to have, and now it's a reality, something that I made a decision that I was going to accomplish, and then all of a sudden there it is. I mean, we know that that's what you do. You make a decision, you start to focus on it, and then the next thing you know, you manifest it. So for today, think about those things that you've in fact done that, where you've had an idea. What are 3 things that you've done in your life, that you have in your life now that at one time were a dream? What are 3 things that you've created, that you've manifested, that at one time were just an idea in your head, and quite frankly, there was part of you that was like, you didn't really expect that you were going to accomplish this, and now it's part of your life. Write down those 3 things and think about the journey that you took in order to get there. How did you do it? What did you do? Did you make a decision? Did you take action right away? How did it happen? And then think about what you went through in order to get there. What was it difficult? Was it easy? Was it unbelievable? And then really feel that feeling of accomplishment of what you've done, because we forget, I think, a lot of times to give ourselves credit for the things that we've accomplished. We're good at beating ourselves up, but we're not very good at telling ourselves that we've done a good job. Tony Robbins says we have a highway to feeling bad, and we've got a bumpy road to feeling grateful or happy or successful. And we need to change that. And so what we're going to do today is Think of 3 things that you've done in your life that exist in your life now that at one time were just a dream. Think about how you got there. Think about what you did in order to get there, what you went through. And then give yourself credit. Give yourself, do this. Put the hand up in the air, reach forward, and pat yourself on the back. You did a great job. Give yourself credit today for the things that you have accomplished. Think about that path and that journey and what you did to get there, and really feel the feelings of gratitude and of success for getting that done. And then it's going to be easier to recreate that as we go down the road. Find the patterns and feel the feelings. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.